To get out here and show the people of Staten Island, the leaders of Staten Island, that we're going to be very focused on them. Throughout the campaign I said all boroughs are created equal, and we're going to be a 5-borough government, and I want people to know that we mean it. We're going to keep coming out here. I'm going to be out here a lot. Leaders of the administration are going to be here constantly. We want to stay in touch with leaders such as the people around the table here, a lot of small business leaders, and you heard they had a lot to say. They have really been hurt by arbitrary fines that have made it harder for businesses to stay open. It's made it harder for businesses to hire people, and that's in the middle of what was already a tough economy and the impact of Sandy and so many other things. So we got our work cut out for us to help small businesses to have an easier time. There's a lot of homeowner issues to deal with. We obviously have the Sandy issues to deal with. The most important thing today was to show people that this is going to be a major focus of my administration. Now, you also know this is a continuing part of our pizza challenge on Staten Island. Danino's was round 1. But Goodfellas has come back strong, and they are holding their own, I have to tell you. I want to give special credit. I'm giving honorable mention for the smoked mozzarella pizza.
All right.
So the competition is fast and furious. I'm not in a position to pass judgment because some of the elected officials of Staten Island have now insisted that other pizzerias be included. So this challenge will continue, and I will not stop until I find the whole truth. But I want to thank the people of Goodfellas. That is so much of what we talked about today, but now let me talk to you one more thing that I think a lot of people in the city are thinking about, obviously a very serious thing. We lost a child in the last few days, 4-year-old Miles Dobson. It was a tragedy in every sense. It is something that should never happen in this city. We're going to do everything in our power to save every child. That is our mission, to save every child. We have to constantly find better ways to protect children. So I have called for a full investigation of what happened here. I have asked our Deputy Mayor, Lilian Barrios Paoli, and our new Administration for Children's Services Commissioner, Gladys Carrion, to lead an investigation so we can learn what could have been done differently, if anything. Obviously, it's going to be an objective investigation, so I'm not going to prejudge the outcome. But we're looking for anything that would tell us how we can do a better job of protecting kids. And I think a lot of you know I have done a lot of work in this area. In my time as the chairman of the General Welfare Committee in the City Council for 8 years, we continued some of that work in the Public Advocate's Office, particularly after the tragic death of Marcella Pierce. Each one of these tragedies, it's our job to try to stop. And God forbid when they happen, it is our job to learn from them and try every time to do better so we can reach more children. So this investigation will start immediately. We expect to hear back in about a week, and that's going to help us know if we have to do any revisions in our policy so we can protect our children better. That's what I want to say up front. Let me take a few questions. Yes?
You know, in the election, Staten Island was the only borough that you didn't carry. I'm wondering if you can speak a little to why you think that might have been, and whether coming here so early in your administration is kind of an effort to maybe better get to know Staten Islanders or to get your message out to them in a different way.
Well, as I said, over the years I've spent a lot of time in Staten Island, and you could see, obviously, I have a lot of relationships already with small business leaders, elected officials, and we're going to deepen that. It was a close election on Staten Island. A few thousand votes go the other way, and we would have won it. So, you know, I take that as definitely an inspiration to just go deeper, work more closely with Staten Island. I think people in Staten Island have felt for a long time that they're the forgotten borough, and I think they have a lot of reasons why that's true. And we have to show them by our actions that we're going to truly be focused on Staten Island. We're going to work incessantly to make life better for Staten Islanders, and that New York City government is going to respond to them more effectively than in the past. That's the challenge I give myself. It's a matter of fairness. And we're going to really have 5-borough government. The way you'll know if it's working is if the people of Staten Island start to see some improvements. So that's what we're here to work
Mayor,
on. Yes.
In Mayor Lindsay, when he was mayor and didn't want to be fair to the 5 borough, he opened what he called little city hall in each borough. Would you like to do that too?
I don't know if I want to use that approach because I'm not sure that that's the best way to get things done for people. Obviously, I'm first and foremost concerned that we be fair to the taxpayers, that whatever we do is going to be the best use of our money. But I do want to make sure that the leaders of city agencies spend time on Staten Island, work with Staten Island leaders. I'm going to be here a lot. And I think there's some things we can do. For example, you heard from the business leaders. The fact that they have to go into Manhattan to deal with some of the fines is unacceptable. We have to find a way to make a lot of the services available more locally. So maybe it's a variation on some of the stuff that was done in the past, but we want to make sure that this help is accessible. Yes.
Elizabeth Warren is going to visit New York very soon. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about the Democratic Party nationally tilting left. Do you view yourself ideologically aligned with Elizabeth Warren as sort of part of the Warren wing of the party?
First of all, we're here obviously to focus on the work we're doing in the 5 boroughs, and there's so much work to do in Staten Island in particular, and that's what I'm focused on. I have a lot of respect for Elizabeth Warren, but my job is to think about the 5 boroughs in New York City. Yes?
Mayor, a lot of